Hello everybody, thank you very much for tuning on to your favorite channel, your favorite tea times Black Steve Valentine. Please support this channel, and thank you to those who are already supportive of this channel, who are subscribers. Share, leave a comment, subscribe to this channel, and press that red bell on the right of your screen. In that way you know and you get notifications when a new video have been uploaded or when I go live streaming. What I'm going to say today, I don't want to spend too much time talking about this issue. It's a very, very sad occurrence that has just happened. Unfortunately, a young child has just lost his life. I'm sure everyone is aware and knows the very, very successful Nigerian singer Davido, whose name is David. His name is David. His full name is David Adeleke. He's very, very successful. So his young son, Ifeanyi Adeleke, that he had with his girlfriend, one of his various baby mamas. He's got about 3 or 4 kids from 3 or 4 different women. So one of them is Chioma, and she is the one who is the mother of his only son, Ifeanyi. It is reported that the 3-year-old little boy lost his life through drowning at his father's home in Banana Island. This is one of other numerous and one of the deaths that have occurred to people around Davido. I think this is about the 3rd or 4th death. I think last year, or at the beginning of this year, he lost a crew member. A year before, he lost another crew member. Another year before, he lost another crew member. So I'm not biased. I don't know what is going on. And I'm not a prophet. I'm not a prophetess. But I mean, it's becoming kind of like consigning the people who are close to him, very, very close associates who work with Davido, who their life is just, either they fall sick or they just die or something. They're kind of like mysteriously, just lose their life. I don't know what to say. But a few weeks ago, Davido was seen with Chioma going around from state to state, visiting kings and chiefs. I think one of the monarchy he visited was the Oba of Benin. For me, he had, according to, I've just seen the video, I will play that video for you to hear it, a prophet named, his name is Prophet Samuel King. His name is Prophet Samuel King. His name is Samuel King. So, but he's Prophet Samuel King Ministries. He prophesied to Davido, and he said he couldn't reveal all the prophecy because he is not one of these popular or big pastors in Nigeria. He said because if he had revealed everything about what God showed to him, they would have called him a hungry pastor who is looking for money, affluence, and clout. So he said that he was not able to reveal everything, but he gave clues. So I want you to listen to what this pastor has said, and then we touch on some points about what this pastor has said about the prophecy.
Davido on the 7th of January through my... This is a message to make more highlights on the prophecy that was given to Davido on the 7th of January through my Facebook account. And before I would like to continue, I'd like to send my condolence message to the family of David Adeleke, who just lost his 75. I'm not here to show that I'm the best prophet on earth, which is one of the things I would like to be emphasizing in my prophecy highlight. When I gave this prophecy on the 7th of January, I tried to do some move to make some move, but of course, I am not among the so-called names of the big men of God in Nigeria, who probably can speak to some celebrities, and if I had spoken, I would have been called one of the hungry prophets, looking for fame, or trying to look for fame. My name is Prophet Samuel King, and this is a message to make money. In our days now, God is speaking, but many people have underrated and underestimated the word of God. So prophets are being abused because of a whole lot of things, misconception about spirituality, faith, and the prophetic. So I had to keep myself distance from trying to push, because who would believe if I had said this was going to happen? And if you read that prophecy very clear, it said there are 2 clues. 2 has already been fulfilled. The first is the death of Davido's son, and the first clue, there were 2 clues, said T and Y. The T stands for Thursday, and if you see all the happenings right now, it just happened after the birthday of Davido, and it happened his son, which happened on Thursday the 20th. So that cannot be a coincidence. Money, you know that. The last clue, which is why something I would not post, I'm not going to say online, I would, in this very confidence, would like to pass this message to Davido and his family. There is something he needs to know. I'm not out to get fame, and I'm not meant to share this in public. I did 3 days fasting in obedience to instruct the prophetic word that was given to me on the 7th of January. I received that word 7 days before the 7th, which was on the 1st January night, after the crossover night, and I was scared to post it because I needed confirmations, and I had it like 3 times. Davido, I know this is a hard time right now for you and your wife to be Chioma. I know that a lot of clouds and people are around you, but I'd like you to hold yourself very strong and try to be in a place of prayer, because the enemy is not happy about a lot of things that is happening in your life. I'll send and I'll try my best to see how to reach out to the family and to give you the last clue and tell you how you should pray about this. 2023 is another big year, but let it not be a mirror reflection of what has happened today. May the soul of your son rest in perfect peace. Now you will go to meet him, he will not come to meet you. Shalom in your life.
So say you heard that. So this is a prophet who prophesied what was going to happen to Davido, and he prophesied it on the 7th of January 2022. That was the beginning of this year, and he gave 2 clues: the letter T and Y, and he explained everything in that audio. So you might have to replay my video and listen to that prophecy he said. So first of all, I want to express my condolences to the families of Davido and his one of his baby mamas, Chioma. That's the mother of his only son, Ifeanyi. May the departed soul of Ifeanyi sit on the right hand side in the bosom of our Heavenly Father in heaven. And I also pray that God should give Davido and Isioma the fortitude to overcome and bear the sudden death of a young child who had so much to live for, who had life ahead of him. He was only a baby. Now, let me refer this back to what happened about maybe 2 or 3 years ago. Another successful musician, I've forgotten, I can't remember his name now. If I remember his name, I would say it. He also lost his 1-year-old or 2-year-old son by drowning. Davido lost his only son the same way, by drowning. Now, when this incident occurred, my concern and question is, how can a young child, run out of the house through the back door unguided, went to the pool area, and probably before he fell into the pool, nobody noticed that this child, Ifeanyi, was not around the safety premises or vicinity or vision of the nanny in the house or the person in the house at that time? That's number 1 question. Number 2, it is common sense that when you have children, you have to make sure that your place of residence is child secure and child friendly. Sometimes when I watch most of this Nigeria movie on TV and I see the property, I see the kind of marble or tile they put on the floor with sharp ends and with glass tables and children playing around, I'm thinking, did you design your house for fancy, or you designed it because you wanted your house to be a family friendly home with safety and security in mind, especially for the kids and even for yourself? Number 1. Number 2, number 3. That's number 2. This is number 3. You have a pool in your house, and we all know that Lekki, Banana Island are upstate areas in Lagos State. If you don't have money, you can't live there. Simple. If you don't have money, you cannot live there. And even owning a property in that place costs a lot to maintain it as well. Is it not common sense that when you have a little child, a 3-year-old is a baby, he don't know what he's doing? That's why that child fell into that pool and drowned. Poor child, innocent child, for nothing. Is it not common sense that when you have a baby in the house and you have a pool, it is sensible to put a gate around the pool and lock it, where nobody can reach except you open the gate and pull it out. And then if that child wants to swim, you will make sure that he has the bubble around him, and then you don't put him in deep waters, and then with guidance of an adult who is a good swimmer, an expert, an excellent swimmer. Is it not common sense? With all the money that Davido had, the fact that he went away with Chioma on tour to see all these kings and whoever he's seeing, was it not common sense that if since they had left their little 3-year-old baby boy in the care of a nanny, that it was common sense to make sure that the area of the swimming pool is well secured, is gated and locked, that is not reachable and accessible? Is it not common sense that they should have done that? That is my third question. My fourth question. In the last 2 to 3 years, people who are working with Davido, who are very, very close associates in his team, have lost their lives. Young men. I think one was buried this year. One died and was buried last year, even a year before. This is the fourth one. And they are all men. That alone is questionable. I am not implying negativity. I'm not implying that Davido has a hand in it. But if you were to be the Western world, and things like this are occurring around you, and they happen to be young men, investigations will be going on. FBI will get involved. What is going on? What is going on? In as much that I share condolences with Davido, Chioma, and his loved ones, and the people that this little boy has left behind, I also think that Davido should be questioned. He should be investigated. Himself and his wife, his baby mama. He should be investigated. He should be investigated because of the yearly and continuous deaths that is circulating around him, within his entourage, closest associates. Young men dying just like that. And the cause of death is questionable. It's strange. So, please, if Davido, as this young prophet has said, you know, they say the spiritual life controls the physical life. You have spiritual life, you have physical life. There are certain people that God has blessed with the gift of seeing and hearing. When God speaks to them, God reveals things to them. The way God speaks to his children, when you want to say it out, sometimes you can't say it out because the people of this world have not got spiritual eyes and spiritual ears. They don't understand. Either you are insulted or they say you are coming with bad luck. So as he has said, this prophet has said, he said, you need prayer. So you should go and see this man. And maybe your family should go out. And even Davido lost his mom at a very young age as well. And Davido's mom lost her life at a very young age. And so the people dying around you die at very young age. So it's something that if you need to make peace and make pact with God and ask God for forgiveness, protection, and cleansing, so that his light will rain upon and shine upon you and your family straight from heaven, so that no evil weapon fashioned shall prosper. Every evil arrow go back to center. Please pray, Davido. Your family should join you in prayers and see this prophet. So that is all I have to say. It's your favorite TT, your favorite babe, your favorite tea time spiller, Kirsty. Then